And we are live.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Y'all already know. Sixxcess. JmoneyGibbs.
It's the one and only Jzabel the truth. We live.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the section. Yes, sir.
What's up? What's up? Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
The drums, dum 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 dum.
It is another Monday, y'all. We are back. Welcome to the session.
Yep.
What's six?
Man, let me tell you one thing for certain, three things for third. I am so happy to be here. I wish I had a real good old accent sometimes.
Why?
I think the accents is what makes these rappers that get the top, that make everybody put them at the top. It's the accents. It got to be the accents. I mean, remember Chingy came out with right there, and we was like, wow, like I want to say there, like I want to say there, like there, like it was accent.
Believe it or not, we have an accent.
Yeah, but you know what? I only hear our accent very, very like it's like not just like an accent, but it's like words, how we use them, kind of. You be like, oh wait, you from DC? I be playing on PlayStation with people. You like, oh yeah, you from DC?
That's like it's kind of like how you say it with Chingy say right there. It's kind of like how we say other stuff like mother or different stuff like I don't know.
Merle.
Yeah, you
Merle.
know.
But you know, like, why haven't we been able to put that like our accent and make it transcend into like hits? I mean, I guess Wale kind of did, but he wasn't using words like on mother, mo. You know what I'm saying? Young. He started using those words and mannerisms from where he was frequently visiting.
So how was your weekend?
Weekend was jack crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been hot, so I don't really do too well with heat, you know. But it's been hot, so yeah. Atlanta got me with this weather right now. Yikes!
You missed the DMV yet? You missed the DMV?
Nope. I ain't gonna lie to you. As hot as it is, I do not miss the DMV, especially when we're talking about weather. You know, I mean, we've had our scorchers in the DMV. Just keep the bottled water. You know, sometimes the AC don't seem like enough.
Okay. Well, of course, you know, it was Pride weekend. They had the Pride parade here in the DMV.
Wait, why of course you know? I'm getting ready for Father's Day.
Because we talked about it last week. I know Father's Day is coming up, but it's still Pride Month.
Why did they put this? Why did they put Pride Month on Father's Day?
I mean, we all share months with something, you know. It's pretty much understandable. So,
yeah.
Also, you know what else? What else been going on is this fight. Everybody is talking about this daggone fight.
You know what? I did not watch the fight.
Did you watch the clips from it?
I definitely did, though. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Are you a Zeus subscriber?
Not yet. Will be next week.
I just realized, because I am a Zeus subscriber, I just realized that they're going to be giving us the replays of these fights, like, you know, so we'll be able to see the entirety if you're subscribed, you'll be able to see it later.
Okay.
But of course, the whole world would have already known, but we would actually just get a chance to see it. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta ask you the main question: are you interested though in seeing Mayweather keep doing these exhibition fights?
You know, I'm not really a boxing follower. Like, I don't really follow these fights. I just like to see guys get excited about it. And I know that when fights going on, it's going to be a lot of guys out and at the bars and watching the fight. So, but from a guy's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so interested to know because I'm lost. Like, I don't understand how a one-on-one fight turned into. Now, has this ever been done in boxing?
Yes, it has actually.
Okay.
There has been times when people's entourages and groups they get upset and they everybody just bum rushes the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like what like, you have to get a Zeus subscription because this is only Zeus. This is Zeus fitting for something. I mean, like I don't want to use the words ghetto because it's a professional entity, but what is your word? Ratchet.
Yeah.
Ratchet is the proper term I think that they're using now. Is great. Is great Ratchet TV. So I wouldn't expect anything other than that from a Zeus Network fight. Um, I don't know if it's amped me up to go into a fight like that and pay for the next Zeus fight, but it was definitely it's so Zeus fitting. That doesn't happen in like real with real big like names. I don't think. I don't know. Like I'm not a real big what they call it boxing historian,
Uh-huh.
you know, but I'm actually one of those people who do enjoy the Mayweather fights because I like how he strategically, you know, boxes. I like how he boxes and it's like one of the ways that, you know, I used to really like just watching boxers like Mike Tyson and stuff like that. But let's just be real. Mayweather is one of the best boxers that we've ever seen.
So, what do you think triggered everyone to run down and help out in the ring?
Look, I need to first get clarification. Is this John Gotti, the mob dude,
Yes.
grandson?
Yes.
Okay, listen, we gotta confirm because you know there's like these Gotti kids that like have their TV show that were like reality stars, and
Mm.
I don't want it to be them, right? I don't want it to be a bunch of YouTubers again because this is going to become like, yo, Mayweather, what are you doing? But this is if this is the grandson of the mafia boss Gotti, then come on now. You can't be in there doing that to that boy if you Mayweather. Mind you, we all know you about be 50. We all know you old, right? So you beating on this man grandson and they gangsters. They
Uh-huh.
kind of might want to, maybe one of the uncles may want to put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the clips?
I did see the clips. I'm actually about to share
What?
my
It
right.
was like playing with your food. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like it was like beating up somebody that you know you can beat. Oh yeah, these were great. These were great. When I saw these, I immediately understood why a melee broke out.
Well, that's what they told the corner guy. That's it. Oh, they can't stop. That's it. They can't stop. They can't stop him. That's it.
Well, what does the referee? Yeah, yeah, this is amazing. Mm,
What in the mayhem?
mm. If I was there young, you'd have seen me running down from the motherfucking Raptors like in wrestling. You know how they used to do in wrestling? You'd have seen me running down
So
and
y'all
hopping in
tell
the
me.
ring.
So y'all tell me, like, I don't understand. Like, if he said that's enough, okay, what made people from the outside think that they could swarm into the ring? And from this clip, do you guys think that it was Mayweather's camp that was in the wrong first, or was it Gotti's camp that was in the wrong? Who do you guys think initiated this whole conflict of chaos?
Well, I mean, if we're being 100% truthful, right? It was obvious the non professional boxer, Gotti the Third, was the initiator of the mayhem. It seemed like he took it a little personal when the ref stopped it. He wanted to prove, it felt like he had a point to prove. And do you honestly think anybody is going to let that type of stuff happen? Really? Do you think someone's gonna let some amateur boxer come up and beat up on Mayweather?
No.
After the ref calls the fight? Yeah. At that point, it looked like honestly, it looked like everybody just took an opportunity to get into the ring.
I think so as well. And then shortly after that, this happened. It was just fights going on all night.
This is the one right here that took me away. Woo! Get them boys some gloves and a contract.
Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Jeez.
Yeah,
Hey, they throwing them things. They throwing them things though. Listen. There's more. There's more clips, please. Like, there's more clips. This is Zeus Network, young. If y'all don't have Zeus Network, I'm trying to tell y'all right now. You know what? Zeus should pay us for this type of. Zeus should be paying us for this type of promo right now.
Zeus is extra ratchet. Like I don't know. I can't wait to get my subscription. But that.
No, listen. You know what? I'm on to you. Now the Baddies DC about to come out. You want to go get you a subscription?